Good morning, traders. This is Coach Alex, Freedom Trading Club. We open up in less than 3 minutes. Want to give you a taste of what we do. Today is what we call an inside day with a slight uptrend. So we are buying pullbacks. Our target is this target selling zone up here. As you can see in blue, our support level is down here. So we're buying low to sell high. We don't expect as much volatility as yesterday, but still pretty good. We have a 154 volatility level. Again, guys, just a reminder, we open up in 1.5 minutes. Our volatility level is 154. All right. So again, our plan is to buy a good pullback. All right. A good pullback. Where would a good pullback be from the highs? Well, a great pullback would be 33,216, right? Everybody see how we get 33,216? That's the ideal pullback. Everything doesn't always become ideal. Also, newer traders, please abstain from trading for the first 6 minutes, okay? Everybody have their trading plan built out, ready to go? Let's have a successful day. Let's make some good money. Everybody has the numbers, right? We open up in 25 seconds. Now, don't be surprised to see them push it down a little to grab it so they can push it up. The earnings have been pretty good. Okay. We are open for business. Open for business. Ticks start on the downside. You notice the ticks start on the downside. So again, there might be a push down so they can bring it back up. It'll always be a little choppy right around the open, right? We know this. Also, it's an inside day. What does that mean? Well, it means first touch rules don't work too much, right? We had a couple of people saying, "Hey, we're going to do the first touch rule." Remember, first touch rules don't work on inside days. So a little nuance. What does work are ranges, support and resistance ranges. So you let it go down, let it get a little oversold, and then go long. Could it come down another 50 points? Yeah, it could. Could come down another 50 points from the highs. The trend is up, right? In other words, where's the daily pivot on this thing? Daily pivot is at 248, right? 33, 248. 216 would be what? Does anybody know where we get 216 from? From the morning high. Very good. So, again, it's nice to be prepared so there are no unpleasant surprises. Earlier, we did take a short at 371 and we covered toward the low. Where did we cover? Around 313. Yep. So could it break 313 and bring the momentum down? It certainly could. But we'll be waiting for that nice setup. Little support at 321. We'll see if it breaks 321 on the downside. Ticks are still negative, you notice? Minus 415. So it's always a little scary to take a long trade when the ticks are negative. Even though the trend's up, you start saying, wait a minute, there's sell programs still coming in. So there may be more selling yet. Let's wait till it's over. We've been trading 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Scalpers can come in. You can scalp a few ticks here, right? You can scalp trade. Scalp long there. Did you see that? The ticks were low, but hooking up. So from 344 to 354, grabbed a little scalp long. Now it may sell off from 360 to 365. So again, the trend is up, momentum's up, but you could see the market pushed down a little bit, right? Rather than just jump up right off the 930 open. In fact, it went down a little. Right now you have a range. Right now the range is 364 to 323, about a 40-point range. Yep, I'm here, Robert. Only 2 trades this whole morning already. Only 2 trades. The first one was long, and then the short at 371. Yeah, it was a choppy open, and again, we're right back down to that range that we just talked about, 365 to 321. There's another little hook up and hook down. Now we just want to make sure that the 313 support holds. If it doesn't, we'll probably see a little bit lower toward 216. Look at this. I mean, do you really want to trade this other than scalping? Look at these spikes. They're not healthy. It's like walking on glass. Unless you're really, really good at tape reading, please just stay out. Just watch it. Watch somebody else get beat up for a change. Looks like we're going to break that 313, huh? Ooh. Now, all the reason for those low tick reads are coming out. The sell program's starting to win over now. But buyers come in. This is crazy, right? So let it just run its course. Somebody's going to win the battle, right? There are institutions on both sides. Somebody's going to win the battle. And now it looks more and more like it's going to go to this buying area, right? Where did we say it started? Around 280? Yeah, see, look at that. Oh boy. Now the buyers here are saying, oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Where did we say the pivot is? Daily pivot, not too far away, through 248, right? So we'll keep this zone in mind. 248 to 216, right? We'll throw one here too so you guys can see that. 248 to 216. Aren't you glad you waited? There's your support zones. Looks like it's ready to go negative on the day, right? Oh boy. Coming into this first buying zone here now, right? Yeah. Ready to go? Momentum has turned down. Yes, sir. Now you got a buy signal right there. You see that? W 295. 295 buy signal. Try to take one off here around 317. 317 to 325 is your target upside. Little W. You see that? Double bottom, new low right there. Does everybody see that? 295 long. And just at the point when the momentum turned down, you say, "Oh, now it's going down." Nope, now it's going up. At least we got one a good one out of it. And your stop now is 296, okay? 296, take half off, 296 is your stop. Because this looks like it'll probably go back down and go to the pivot, right? 296 is your stop. 297 is your stop. If it goes back up here, this becomes your stop here at 304. You see it? 304 is the stop now. Everybody see that? Right under this little swing point right there. 304 is your stop. Keep it at 304. And we are almost we're flat. Good job. All right, that's how you have to trade this. You have to move your stops. All right, let's wait. Let's see now if we can go toward the pivot. All right. Did anybody grab that trade, a little bit of that trade? Everybody grab a little bit of that W trade. All right. Now let's see if this bottom holds here at 276. The next buying zone, remember it came to our first buying zone at 276. Now it's toward the 254 over here. 253 to 227. So be patient. Got a little scalp out of that one. Ticks is still below zero, so I don't like it here. I think it'll challenge that low. You can't have a real sustained rally unless the ticks help you. The ticks are below zero, so stay away from another buy, okay? You can't really short it because the trend is still up. If we start going below the daily pivot, the trend turns down. Everybody got it? Relax. Now, it would have to go below the pivot, get to 216, and start back up again right away, or we're going to have a downtrend for the next hour. So it can't really break below 216 too much. Is everybody green still? Is everybody green? Yeah, typical inside day. All right, stay away from buying. Good job, Bill. You're not letting this market fool you. You've been through enough of these. You know how choppy, especially, look at that stuff. I mean, that's really nasty. And I don't like the ticks. We have not seen ticks above zero yet. I think it's still with that, Alphabet earnings. Alphabet earnings were not good. So at first Apple was, which pushed the market up after 4 o'clock yesterday, but then the other stocks are reflecting high interest rates. So there's your dichotomy. This would be a W right here if it went 298, because now you have a bottom, but now it's making a new low. But if this low quickly reverses, like within the next minute, remember how we say if a breakdown doesn't work for a minute and goes up, they're trapped. So in another 30 seconds, if it goes above 297, it's a buy. But if it keeps going down, it's headed toward the pivot. I have no trade on because I did not take the short, only because the trend is up. All right. The only short we did was 371. Isn't that amazing? 371. We'd be up 110 points if we stayed with that trade, but who knew? And an opening can anything can happen on the open. Look at this. The ticks are ruling all below zero. Looks like they want to knock it toward that 216. And how we get 216, you take 154 points from the high this morning. And of course, the high is right up there, right? The 371 area, right? Right there. 370. 371, yeah. 371 is the high. Momentum is down now. The 15-minute wants to go down. All right, good job, Bill. Yeah, it's still weak. The ticks are in charge right now. We're going toward 216. That's got to hold. If that doesn't hold, bad day at Dry Creek, the old Western. Next support area is 216, guys. This is it. Ticks are still negative. There's 216, and doesn't look like any support coming in there. Let's see. No, it's trying. Not too much. Right now, the low is 204. And it's way below the pivot. Yeah, we should have stayed short. Good job, Bill. We should have stayed short from 3-7. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. 220 would be a W right now. 220. It's going down. All right, let it keep going down. And the first touch rule short would be an appropriate trade. Now look at this thing. The ticks are in charge. What do you know? We didn't even get much of a hook back up to do the momentum. Now it's trying. 220 would be a buy stop. 220 would be a long trade right now. It would be putting pressure on the shorts. Didn't hit 220 yet. First target would be 229. That would be a W trade, guys. And if you're short, I would keep a stop at 220. I wouldn't fool around with it. All right. If you're still short, keep your stop at 220. If you want to take a reversal long on a W, put a buy stop at 220. And then your first target would be 229. Good job, Bill. Stay with it, Bill, and unless it gets to 220. All right. Good job. Okay, cool. You can actually lower that to 216 as a buy stop now. 216. Two 12 buy stop. 212 buy stop. Well, mainly if you're short, AJ. We're talking about the clients who are short. Their first responsibility is to stay short and keep their stop at 212, okay? If you think that that is a good reversal point, yes, you could go long there. But I've got clients who are short, so I'm just trying to protect them first. But yeah, if it goes above an area, in other words, the only reason you put a stop on anything is you think the market's going to go up, right? The only reason you would put a stop is you think the market's going to go up. So if you're short, you don't want the market to go up. Why? Because you'll lose your profits. If you want to go long, you're going to base it on the fact that shorts are going to be covering. Okay? We should hit this 173, right? That's the downside target for today. 173 should be hit. There it is. That was the original downside target. So even more likely now that they're getting their target of 173, right? They're getting their target of 173. Now if it hits like above 206, it'll go higher. So just stay short, keep your stop at 206. If it goes above 206, you can start probing the long side. All right? Got it? It was the first high ticks that we saw. It's first, that's a good sign that profit taking's coming in. See, ticks are above zero, first time, and that's 21 minutes it took to do that. All right, everybody got that? So this should be the end of the big selling pressure. It's over. Big selling is over. So you could, and you got an inversion long signal. Good reason to get out of shorts. Inversion long signal here. First upside target would be 199. So that would be, if you're still short, I'd lower my stop to 199 now, or take that as a long signal. Doesn't go through there, stay with it. Who's still short? Who's still short? AJ? Marlon? Three people still short. Where the stop at 199. All right, okay. All right, Marlon, good job. The ticks were the key. I'm just, I'm a little angry at myself for getting out of that short that we did at 371, but that's okay. More ticks are starting to peak above zero. Shorts are a little trapped now, you notice? Its target on this long trade is 208, 33,208. Next target on the upside. That's an inversion buy right there, if you saw that right there. 208, next target on the upside. Stop to break even. Take some off. Take some off. A good morning so far, guys. We're 4 for 4. O'clock coming. That's new home sales at 10 o'clock, guys. New home sales, 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't blame you, Robert. Yeah, the ticks are mostly negative. I mean, they figured, they predicted this right from the beginning. Here comes the 10 o'clock new home sales. When we said earlier this morning, what did Grandma know and why they were shorting it? Well, now we know. They knew the sales number was going to be bad. Short, 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 short. Yeah, sadly. Stay short. Stay short on the breakout. Crable short also. Next target's going to be 122. 122 next target here, guys. And then 119. Trailing stop 169. Trailing stop 169. Everybody's still short, right? Takes them off. Lower your stop. Next downside target 119. Grandma doesn't have any more. There's no buying down here, so I'll just move this down. There's no big buy orders down here, so just let that go. Only sell orders are at 3 right now, and the only sell order is 341. Everybody's short, right? Next target 119. Lower your stops. I'll tell you, those ticks were like beacons, right? We had like 2 minutes of the ticks above zero. It's been sell, sell, sell right from the opening bell. Sell, sell, sell from the opening bell. Die, you dirty dog. Die, you dirty dog. Hey, Mr. Predicto, having fun?
It is a strong possibility.
Mr. Predicto. Let's rack up some more profits here. 119 target. Made you long. What? What made you long? Mr. Predicto? No, stay short. Listen to me. Stay short. 119 filled. Never go against the market. Oh, yeah, yeah, we'll tell you when to go long. It's going down, my friend. You want to listen. Grandma's been short right from 371, remember? Good job, Bill. Hey, Bill, we might have a new person to yell at. AJ, going against Grandma. I had long buy stops. Remember earlier, AJ? I had buy stops if it would go long, but it never went up there. Do you remember, guys, where we had a buy stop? Who remembers? We had a buy stop of 220, remember? 220? Yeah, 30 points, right, AJ? No more than 30, right? How many ticks did you lose? The worst case is 30 points. That's what we use. This way, you could always make it back up, right? How many ticks did you lose? No, yeah, see? That's the only mistake you made. First of all, no matter what the trade, you should not risk more than 30 points. 30, if it, let's face it, we're trading short term. So if you can't time it greatly, there's another trade you'll get. If anyone's still holding, I would exit this at 102, 33, 102. If anyone's still short, exit at 102. The low is 105. All right. Great day. Good job, Bill. Yeah. Here we got the AJ. You could probably take this short right here as it hooks down right here, AJ. You see it, AJ? You'll make your money back. Off here. Next target is 33115 on that cell signal. Thank you, Coach. Trend is your friend. Do you get it, AJ? See how you can make your money back? By being with the good side. Trail it. To see it, Marlon. Great job. Beautiful. Bill really nailed it too. Bill was short from 256. Good job, Vi. I mean, that's not a bad trade. I know it's hard to believe, but it's still an inside day, right? Still an inside day.
Yeah, coach, I am flat. You know how much I love inside days, but nice catch on the ticks. I caught the momentum, but I didn't catch the ticks. And yeah, you that was a a very good call. So got short, and I hope everybody's doing very well. AJ, I hope you got some money back.
A couple of our institutional guys are buying at 102. Remember that final target, 33, 102. It's been here a while. There's been no final fill. But those of you who've already taken a lot off have made good money. It's where a couple of the big boys are still looking for. Not down here. You can disregard this thing. The low one here. Don't worry. I'll take that off the map here. We don't have any big buy areas right now. This is just where one of our fund managers is covering his. He's been scaling out, and he's got orders between 107 and 102. And he'll be flat too. So if anybody's shooting for that last target, that's great. I am flat like Coach Dan, and we've had a good morning so far. We're still broadcasting live. And just want to give you an example of how we view the markets. It's important to understand the trend, but there are also subtle nuances within the trend. A trend could be down, but it doesn't go straight down. Now remember, the trend early this morning was up. So we were buying. That's why we were buying. Our first trade of the day was 102 is a a breakout down. Yeah. But that's where but they've been short. So that's where a newbie would go short, right? And they wonder why it would go up. Well, the big boys are covering. You see what I mean? That becomes what we call the fake out breakout. Somebody's not short already, right? You picture this: you're a newbie, and you come in and go, "Oh man, I wish I was short. I wish I was short." Well, if it goes below 103, it looks lower. I think I'll go short there. And meanwhile, the other guys are covering down there. And you go, whoa, wait a minute, it broke down. Yeah, but they've been short for a long time. See? And they're buying. So they're not buying because they think the market's going up, but they're buying takes away all of the new selling. So let's say 500 newbies go short at 102 and a fund manager is trying to buy 1,000 contracts. What do you think that does? Supply and demand. It doesn't mean they're bullish or anything. It means they've made enough money on the short side and they don't think it might go down too much more. They think this swing is over for a while. Or they tell their clients who come in late, think about it this way. If you shorted at 371 like we did, do you really want to go short at 102? Right? If I stayed with that, how many here, right, Bill? If you were short with me in that original trade, would you be covering now, or you covered way earlier, right? Imagine if for some reason this day today you said I'm just going to stay with that thing, and now you got a 102 windfall, and I said cover it. You wouldn't go, oh well, I think it's going to go a few ticks lower. You'd say, oh my God, what a great trade. Over 200 points. I never get 200-point winners. This is great. I'll cover. And everybody's covering. And Nelly newbie is like, okay, I'll short. And they're the ones who get ripped apart. And I don't care. If it goes down further, I don't care. And that's how some of our other traders are looking at it. Is there anyone else in this room who's still short and trying to cover? Just one person. Okay. Let's see. I'll even scalp a short. I'll scalp a short, right? Ugh. It's been a great day. Say, hey, the first high tick read. Look at that. Look at that. The first high tick read of the day. Soon we'll be in first touch, not first, 10:30 reversal territory. On this high tick short, cover one, 102, final target. 33, 102, final target. You see the 144 bid below there at 100? That's their covering. Scale out, scale out, scale out. 114 to 102, final targets. High ticks were right here, guys. 137. Anybody short of 137? Those high ticks, you see that? Right there. Went to plus 300. High ticks, coordinate. Everybody see that high tick short right there? 138. So you cover at 114 to 102. Cover one. We are definitely done for the morning. Okay, gang. It's been fun. Glad you stayed with us. People watching us on the YouTube channel. Again, as usual, how about instead of just watching, you actually participate for the rest of the day? Take a 3-day free trial and then decide, hey, I want to go and do this on a more permanent basis. Take the kind of trades that going to make you a lot more money than what most people are doing right now. So if you have any questions, give us a call at 850-468-4775. Thanks for your attendance, and be sure to subscribe to the